Hello and welcome to Forex.Academy, your #1 website for Forex and crypto education and analysis. In today's edition, we're going to be discussing trading algorithms, the elements of computer language part 1. A computer language is a formal language to convert our ideas into a language understandable by a computer. Along with computing history, languages have evolved from plain ones and zeros to assembly language and up to high-level languages that we have today. Assembly language. Assembly language is a direct link to the computer's CPU. Every assembly instruction of the instruction set is linked to a specific instruction code to the CPU. This is the basic structure of an x86 CPU. The CPU characteristics are reflected in the instruction set. For instance, an x86 CPU has 8 floating-point 80-bit registers, 16 64-bit registers, and 6 16-bit registers. Registers are ultra-fast memories for the CPU use. Thus, every register has an assembly instruction to load, add, subtract, and move values using them. A computer program developed in assembly language is highly efficient, but it is a nightmare for the developer when the project is large. Therefore, high-level languages have been created for the benefit of computer scientists. The elements of a high-level language. A modern computer language is a combination of efficient high-level data structures, elegant and easy-to-understand syntax, and an extensive library of functions to allow fast application development. Numbers. A computer application usually receives inputs in the form of numbers. These come in two styles, integer and floating point. Usually they are linked to a name called variable. That name is used so that we can use different names for the many sources of information. For instance, a bar of market data is composed of open, high, low, and closed. We could assign each category the corresponding name in our program. Integers correspond to a mathematical integer. An integer does not hold decimals. For instance, an integer division of 3/2 is 1. Integers are usually used as counters or pointers to large objects, such as lists or arrays. A floating point number is allowed to have decimals. Thus, a 3/2 division is equal to 1.5. All open, high, low, close market data comes in a floating point format. Strings. A string is a data type to store written information made of characters. Strings are used as labels and to present information in a human understandable form. Boolean. Boolean types represent true or false values. A true or false value is the result of a question of if statement. It can also be assigned directly to a variable, such as in a by condition. It can also be assigned directly to a variable, such as a by condition, as shown here. In this case, by condition is false for EUR/USD closes below 1.151 and is true when the close value is higher than 1.151. Lists. We usually do not deal with a single number. If we want to compute a 20-period moving average of the USD/JPY pair's close, we would need at least 20 closes to store the values. The language uses lists or arrays in C++. A list is an ordered collection of values or other types of information, such as strings. Since lists are ordered, we can refer to a particular element in the list using an index. For instance, if we were to retrieve the candlestick close 2 bars ago of the USD/JPY, we would ask for USD/JPY close 2. Sets. A set is an unordered collection of elements. Sets do not allow duplication of elements. That means it eliminates duplicate entries. Not all languages have built-in sets, although it can be made through programming if needed. Dictionaries. Dictionaries are useful data types that map a key to the value. For instance, in Python, it would look like this. This is a telephone structure. To retrieve Joe's phone number, we would write this. As with sets, not all high-level languages have built-in dictionaries, but savvy programmers are able to create one. In the next video of this series, we will explain the elements for flow control. If you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below about anything you would like us to discuss in future, or if you have any questions about this particular video. Have a great day.